Good morning, loves. Welcome to your Monday reading. I hope today finds you well. I hope you had an amazing weekend. This is going to be a general reading, so please take what resonates, whatever doesn't, leave here. This is Monday, so let's get started. So, your first calmness card is whatever you are doing, love yourself for doing it. Whatever you are feeling, love yourself for feeling it. Okay, so whatever you're feeling, whatever you're doing, don't beat yourself up. Just love yourself for experiencing those emotions and being honest about them within yourself. Okay, so let's check your energy. Let's see what your energy is like. Spirit, what is their energy like? Spirit, what is your energy? Okay, so let's see what it is. It says, I don't even care, slash, whatever. So some of you have been dealing with something, and maybe you've just gotten to a point where you're just kind of over it. It doesn't matter anymore. Um, Usually, this feeling is the opposite. It's starting to weigh you down. So you're saying that you don't care, but you really do. But for some of you, I feel like you're just over it and you don't care. All right, you're tired of trying to explain yourself, so to speak. So let's see what is the. Let's look for the area. Yeah, the area you're operating from. Let's see what's going on with that. I don't think here is spirit. What's going on? What are they going through, spirit? Let's see, what area are you operating from? Okay, so we have two. Let's see what it is. Things you were taught, and the other one is silence. So, I'm getting the feeling that whatever you don't care, you're saying you don't care about, or um, whatever to, like I said, for some of you, you really don't care. You're over explaining yourself. You're over trying to get people to see your side of things. For others of you, you just really don't care. Um, you're operating from something you were taught. So maybe something you did, somebody's complaining about, but for you, you're like, look, this is how I was taught to do this. So that's how I'm operating. And maybe they don't like that. Maybe they're like, yeah, but that's wrong, and you should be doing it like this. So now you're being silent. You said what you had to say. You've done what you did because of how you were taught. Now you're just silent. You're letting them just say whatever because you're just like, I don't care. All right. So the area that needs the most healing, let's see what that area is. Okay, so this popped up. So let's see. Thankfulness. So maybe right now, because you're dealing with something, you forget to be thankful. It's not that you aren't thankful, because some people, I think they're just so used to living their life, especially if you're dealing with something, you're so used to dealing with whatever you're dealing with, that you just forget, you literally forget to stop and be like, I'm so grateful for this, I'm so grateful for that. Because when we go through things, it's hard for us to pay attention to everything else because we're focused on what we're going through. So that's the area that you need to work on, is your thankfulness, and just try to always remember whatever you're going through. Look at your life and look at something that's in it that you're grateful for, and just focus on that and be thankful. Okay, so we're going to take that off the board. We're going to look at what's blocking you. Okay, because we already see that you're operating from what you were taught. You're being silent after you've done and said what you did. You're not explaining yourself anymore. You've already said it. You've already did it. You feel like you were right in that situation. And maybe you were. So let's look at what's blocking you. What's blocking them, Spirit? Spirit, what could be blocking them? Spirit, what's blocking them? Okay, so we have two. The first one is gossiping. So maybe somebody's gossiping about you, and this is what you don't care about. Or you could be gossiping with somebody else. Uncertainty. So this is what I'm feeling. This is not going to be for all of you, but for some of you. So what you were taught, you said something, you did something based on what you were taught. You tried to explain it whoever you were explaining it to, they're not listening. Maybe they came to you with some gossip or whatever, or something you said, and you did maybe say it, but maybe you didn't say it in the way that it was taken, right? So you're tired of constantly, look, this is not how I meant it. This is what I said. This is what I did. This is why I did it. You're tired of explaining yourself. So, but this person, whoever this is attached to, for some of you, you like this person. Or you, this could hinder your job or your marriage or something. So you're dealing with uncertainty. That's what's blocking you as well. It's gossiping and uncertainty. So, because of this gossiping that somebody did, there's an uncertainty there with you, with your job, with your marriage, with whatever this is tied to. There's an uncertainty for you. And it's blocking you because you don't know how to move forward. So, remember I said in the beginning, for some of you, you really just don't care. You're tired of explaining yourself. But for others of you, you're saying you don't care, that's whatever. But deep down, you really do care. Those are the ones who are dealing with the uncertainty because you don't know what's happening next. So, like, where do we go from here? That's where you're focused on. Okay, so this, I explained why, I explained what I did. So, where do we go from here? So, you're being silent because you're waiting to see. Wait, there's another one. Things you need to work on. I'm sorry. So, you're waiting to see. Let's see, spirit, things you need to work on. What's going to happen next? So let's see. What is the things you need to work on? I always forget there's two in this jar. You complain too much. So there's something that you've just been complaining about a lot, or maybe you're just a person who complains a lot anyway. Um, I know people like that. And it's not like you mean any harm, but you just, when things happen or whatever, you focus on just a lot of the negative things happening in your life. You tend to stay focused on that. Okay, so let's look at love. Let's go ahead and just look at that. So you're really uncertain about, okay, so that popped out and then this stuck on my finger. So we're gonna take these two. You're uncertain about what's gonna happen. The person you're with. So for a lot of you, this is the person that you're with. This could be relationship wise, or this could be somebody that you're close to. Doesn't have to be romantically, but whoever this is tied to, it's the person you're with. They make you feel alive. So in the love category, I'm feeling like this is tied. All of this is tied together. So this, whoever you're dealing with, that you're like, oh, whatever, I don't care, whatever. This person actually makes you feel alive. This person makes you, so like I said, if it's a job for some of you, because a lot of people hate their job, but a lot of people love their job. So for some of you, there's maybe somebody at work that you're close to, like a work bestie or something like that. Some people have what they call work husband, work wife. I don't know. For some of you, this person makes you feel alive. So deep down, it really does bother you that, you guys are on a bad page right now. For others of you, this is somebody that you are in a relationship with. This is a family member that you're close to. This is a best friend. This is somebody that's really close to you that you're dealing with all of this stuff with, and it's bothering you. It really is because you don't know where this goes because of something that you said or did because you were operating on what you were taught. So, and then when this gossip came to them, or it came back to you and you found out, maybe something that you said or did got back to this person, I really genuinely feel like whatever you said or did, you really didn't mean it. You didn't mean it in the way that it was taken, or maybe you just said it out of, or did it out of response to that situation, but it wasn't something that you really meant to hurt this person. This is what I'm hearing. So let's look at what's coming towards you. What's coming towards them, Spirit? What is coming towards them? Okay, so we have two. Let's see what they are. closure in this situation. So you're going to get closure. And I don't want, for those of you who don't want this chapter to end, I don't want you to think that this means an ending to this, but maybe the closure of just closing out this phase in your life where you guys come to an agreement and you guys just something to do with your health. So there's also something to do with your health coming towards you. But closure could be very well, you know, this situation, the person just decides to move on from you or just not be as close to you as they were. But for others, it's just the end of this argument, this disagreement, this unsettling feeling that you have, this uncertainty of what happens next. Like this chapter closes. So, that's what's coming towards you. So it could just be that you guys make up and, you know, there's apologies given and that person decides to forgive you. It could be that closure too. So I don't want you to hear closure and just think, okay, well, this is somebody that I actually really like being around or whatever, and now they're about to close this chapter on us. No, it could just be closing this chapter on this argument, just letting it go. All right, so let's look at the finances. Spirit, what is the finances? What are the finances right now, Spirit? So your finances are slow and steady. It's just kind of one of those, sorry, it is what it is. But they're slow and steady, so they're slowly but steadily coming in, kind of like not any real fluctuation in your paycheck, but it's steady. All right, so let's look at the zodiac signs that could be tied to this. Let's see, what are the zodiac signs that could be tied to this, Spirit? Okay, so we got one. So we have a Libra. I'm going to pull again zodiac signs that could be tied to this, Spirit. Zodiac signs that could be tied to this. So we have four. Okay, four altogether, rather. So we have an Aries. Aries pops out in my readings constantly. We have Virgo. And we have Libra again. So it's co-signers. So there's somebody from the zodiac sign of a Libra. You're going to be tied to this heavily. As well as Aries, as well as Virgo. Also, that could be the person that you're at odds with. So, if you're relating to it, but I didn't pull your sign, it's still, if it's resonating, it's still for you. But just these signs are going to be heavily influenced. Somebody from these signs, I should say. Not everybody from this sign, but somebody from these signs that I just mentioned are going to heavily relate to this. All right, we're going to look into the things you need. Let's look at the things you need right now. Because I'm feeling like whatever this is, you're tired of talking about it. You're tired of explaining yourself. You really didn't mean any harm. You explained, I'm hearing you explained in detail why you said what you said and why you did what you did. Things you need. You have two of those. So you don't know what else to do. You've really been explaining yourself away. You need to be a priority. So, this is something that you have said to somebody and you need an opportunity. So, whoever this person is tied to, because remember we pulled the person you're with, you have been expressing something about being a priority. So, maybe, and like I said, it doesn't have to be romantically because I'm not really getting the whole full thing of this being romantic. It could just be like if it's a job, it could be like, you always choose other people, to promote, or you always choose other people to lead something, and they never give you the opportunity to show your skills and abilities, so maybe you move up in the company or whatever. If it's a relationship, it could be our friendship. It could be like you feel like they always, It's always about them in this friendship, and it's never about you. So you want to be first priority. You want to be thought of like you think of them. Angel message. What is the angel message for them, Spirit? Let's see. Your intentions do not match what you're asking for. So, what is it that you're asking for that your intentions aren't matching? Maybe you're asking for something, but you don't plan to do what it is you're asking for. You're like, oh, please fix this. If you fix this, um, spirit guides, then I'll do this. But you really don't intend on doing it. Spirit already knows that. That's why they're not giving it to you. So if it has anything to do with this general reading, whatever you're asking for, please make sure that your intentions align or they won't send it to you. And if they do send it to you, it's going to be a bad outcome because they're going to let you see what happens when you play with spirits, you know? So, whatever you're thinking, whatever you're asking, please fix this because I'm tired of arguing, fix this, I won't say this anymore. No, you literally have to fix the problem in order for you to receive what it is that you're asking for and it be a good thing. So, I believe you had two. Did you have two? You know what? I'm going to pull again as well because I could have sworn there was two that I pulled out. Spirit, give me the second angel message. I believe I pulled two. Spirit, please give me the second angel message. Okay, let's see. So it says prepare to meet your person. So for some of you who have been dealing with a lot and you don't feel like the priority, you don't feel like that you get help. If it's on the job, you feel like you're overlooked. If it's a friendship, you feel like it's one-sided. If it's romantically, you feel like your person um, doesn't, they just don't show up for you like you need it, or like maybe you feel like you do for them. Prepare to meet your person. And when I say that, this doesn't necessarily mean a love interest. And for some of you, that's exactly what it means. But this could be a person that helps you elevate to the next level. So this could be maybe you have a friend, and your friend, like I said, your friend doesn't make you priority, but you make that person a priority. There's going to be another person that comes in that becomes your friend, and you're closer. You're in sync. If it's a love interest, maybe because remember we did put closure, so maybe this person is done. Maybe what you did, they feel like, okay, I'm done. Well, you're gonna get that closure. Once you get that closure, bam, this person pops up. You meet this person. You guys start talking. I'm feeling like this will go slow, so you just kind of meet, just talk, just basic. Then it becomes something, but this becomes your actual person that you'll have longevity with. Um, if it's family members, you'll meet somebody who's going to be like family to you. So let's get clarification now. So the good thing is there is some good coming out of this because you do have an opportunity coming. Um, you're going to meet a person that's going to be more in tune with who you are, with how you were raised. Okay, clarification. So yeah, so the clarification is be patient. So all this, whatever you're dealing with, it's gonna work out. It's gonna work out. So even if this person that, like I said, they make you feel alive, you enjoy this person, you were trying to explain yourself, but you're tired of explaining. There's no other way that you can explain what happened, why you said it, why you did it, whatever. Um, there, it's all this closure is gonna happen. So either they're going to forgive you or they're going to close out this chapter. I don't want you to be alarmed, even though you really care about this person, even though you really care about this job, whatever it is, because your person is coming in. This person that's going to help you. For some of you, this person is your romantic person. For others, this is a person that's going to help you elevate to the next level. Spirit just wants you to be patient, okay? Because it's all going to work out. So your good intentions card is, what are you grateful for? Are you a great listener, a natural leader, an expert multitasker? If you're not sure, ask someone who, I can't see, the lighting is bad. Ask someone who's known you well. Make a list of your strengths and add it to things you want to do. How can you make this the most of your time? So basically, whatever you're good at, go ahead and write it down, right? Or ask somebody who knows you. What do they think you're good at? Write those things down. And then see how, look at the things that they wrote that maybe you like. And then ask yourself, how can you make the most of this? How can you make this into maybe a job or to make money, or maybe how can you incorporate this into your life so that you have like an interest and a hobby that you love to do, so when you have stress of work and you come home, this is something that could be your go-to to de-stress and just make you feel better. Okay, so that is your reading for Monday. I hope that it helps some of you. I hope that it helps you get a little clarity. Just know that that closure, that ending to this argument, whatever this is that some of you are going through, it is about to come to an end, and there is some new beginnings happening for you in an amazing way. And there is a person that is coming in that is going to help you get to the next level. So don't worry. Be blessed. I love you on purpose. And as always, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.